full circle moment. Dr. Brock Kelley was not only a student athlete playing baseball for Lurleen B. Wallace Community College, but years later, he is now serving as president. He says a lot has changed and some things didn't need to.
I've been gone. I left the spring of '07, and Coach Helms is still here. Now, I will tell you, I tried to hire Coach Helms quite a few times as a high school baseball coach, and he always had, you know, he always stayed loyal to Lurleen B. Wallace, and now that I'm president here, I'm glad he did.
The more you know, the more you grow. And Dr. Kelley says he's definitely grateful for the growth he's seen within himself over the years.
Things that I didn't understand in the classroom, things that I didn't think were important back then, are really, really important to me now. From our arts to our instruction to our athletic programs. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. But my goal here is to excite everybody, energize everybody, and really buying into the thought that what we do at LBW can have an impact on this entire state.
And he not only talks about it, but Dr. Kelley actually writes down the vision he sees for Lurleen B. Wallace.
In my little conference room here, I have this board, and it is full of just ideas that come into my mind at 2 o'clock in the morning that we possibly can do.
One goal that's crossed off the list was starting a volleyball program at LBW, which he says will bring much needed opportunity.
We have a robust group of schools that offer volleyball at their high school. Let's just say Enterprise State wants to do it, or Wallace Dothan wants to do it, and we bring in 15 girls this year, and Wallace Dothan brings in another 15, or Enterprise State brings in 15. Well, that's 45 girls now that would have an opportunity to extend their playing career, also take advantage of what the community college can offer academically. Then if you look over a 10-year period, now we're talking about 500, approximately 500 girls that would have that opportunity to do those things.
We went down memory lane of his time at LBW and Troy University playing baseball, and he had quite a few stories he could recall without hesitation.
It was the spring of my sophomore year. I played horrible, and Coach Helms got us down the line in left field. Now this is the Friday before spring break, so he said I was going to give you a spring break, but because Brock played so terrible and we lost, we're not having spring break, and you can thank Brock for that. And now we're going to run until Brock quits. And then the other story was gas duty. Anybody whoever had the worst road game always had gas duty when we got back to Andalusia. It never failed. I'd hear, Brock, on the gas. So I don't know if he was picking on me or what, but I do remember that, and I remind him of that.
Dr. Kelley says from the baseball field to the classroom, now to an administrative role, he's learned the magic of asking for help and growing to succeed.
I dealt with a situation where when I first got in administration, I felt like I had to know everything. And if I didn't know everything, it was one of those things where, oh my gosh, they're going to think that, I don't need to be here or something. But now, I'm not afraid. I'm not an expert. I'm not an expert in the classroom. I'm not an expert in other areas of education. So we got to work together to be able to effectively move this college forward.
A word of advice he said is that it's okay to step outside the box and grow in areas that serve your purpose.
Innovate yourself, whatever it may be in your, the season of life that you're in. I continuously have to innovate myself as a father, as a president. At LBW, I'm trying to get these guys to really think outside the box, not be confined by the four walls that they're in, whether it's their office or their room that they're teaching in. But think outside the box, innovate, and try to knock down some barriers for the individuals in the communities that we're serving.
Dr. Kelley says the biggest takeaway that he was taught and is still learning is to find joy in trials.
I've been really studying how God puts you through trials in life, and really trying to embrace that, because it, it, I've been taught patience, and in administration, you're not going to make everyone happy. Even on the field, as a player, you weren't going to make everybody happy. Those trials, if you're able to use those to grow and to help others grow, I think that's what kind of can get me up in the morning